MiniWarGaming's Infinity O12 After Action Reports.
Alright, so you guys are about to watch a game between me and Owen, where my Pano, but his Pano plays my Ariadna. And we got so excited during this game. Just so you guys know, if you are looking through N3 rulebooks, we completely forget about command points. They wouldn't have made a huge difference in the game because his doctor died early on, and because mostly what it would have done was strip away orders. We could have used it to form fire teams, but that's about it. So yeah, this game we are going to remember command points. Hey MiniWarGamers, welcome to N3 week. I'm here with Owen. Owen doesn't say hi, he gives thumbs ups. And we're going to be doing our N3 launch week, where we are basically going through the new edition of Infinity and playing through the 4 missions that come in the set. Now we're going to do that to try and highlight some of the rules changes, talk about what's new and exciting. Now we are doing this in advance of the book launch, so we're going to have a few things going against us, a lot of widgets you need to make the game sort of playable, like the size volume counters for line of sight aren't available to us yet, and we'll be fudging a few things because of that. But for the most part, we have access to the army lists in the book. That's the second thing. So we're restricted to models that were printed in the N3 rulebook. We don't have the new Infinity Army Builder live yet. So Owen normally plays nightly orders.
Yeah, found out today that I didn't even think of field allowance because I don't usually think about field allowance.
Yeah, it's not usually a problem.
What do you mean I can't bring 2 or 3 hospitalers and 5 knights?
Yeah, and order sergeants out the butt because they're not even in the rulebook.
And 9 order sergeants.
Yeah, so Owen's now borrowing my Panosiani army. So I'm glad I painted that Ariadna stuff. I know I said I was going to play Nomads when we did the last video. We did Operation Ice Storm Mission 6.
Then he told me he was playing Eugene.
And then I thought, yeah, and that was me going through the N3 rulebook and trying to find out which miniatures I already owned that were actually in that rulebook that I could play with. So it ended up that the only army I had that there was almost all the miniatures available in the rulebook that I could make 300 points out of was my Ariadna army. And we just had the same thing happen. He was like, oh, I got lots of Panosiana stuff, I'll be fine. And yeah, so it was a bit of a struggle for us because we only had options available in the rules for N3. But for the most part, we managed to put together some army lists. They should be fun. And really the point here is that we highlight the new missions. There's 4 new missions in the rulebook. The first one we're going to play today is called Annihilation. It's pretty standard. You probably recognize it from the ITS rules in 2014. It's a variation of that. It's fairly simple. But we'll walk you through the basics of that. We also are going to be using the terrain setup guidelines from the book. So if you are in North America and you're watching this, you might think that we are not using a lot of terrain, but this is, and you're right, but this is the Infinity Guidelines, 9 pieces of big terrain, 6 pieces of small terrain. I actually added some extra small scatter terrain just to kind of liven up the board and put some stuff in between the big lumps that people could run to and get a little bit of cover from. But yeah, this is the terrain setup guidelines from the rulebook. So this is our straight up N3 launch week videos. If you've watched my N3 rulebook discussion, you can click the link. It should still be on the main page this week, and you guys can watch sort of like a review of the rulebook itself and the major changes. But this is us going through the 4 missions. So let's look at the armies we're going to use and the table. All right, so here's Owen's 300 points. He's actually not having to show me this. On the table, got a doctor, a bunch of orcs, and a pair of fusiliers. So a hospitaler doctor, orc HMG, 2 regular orcs, and 2 fusiliers. All right, for mine, my Ariadna army, I have a veteran Kazakh with an AP rifle. I have a dog face with twin chain rifles, and I have 7 camo markers. Yeah, 7 camo markers. Go Ariadna. So here's our 4x4 table set up for Annihilation using the examples from N3, from the N3 rulebook. Now the basic principles in the N3 rulebook are asymmetrical terrain setups. So because when you roll initiative at the beginning of the game, you have 2 things that you can pick to be. You can either pick the guy who picks deployment zone, so you're the guy who picks which side he sets up in, or you can pick to be the guy who chooses who goes first. Now, if it wasn't an asymmetrical terrain setup, if there wasn't, you know, maybe an advantage to being on one side or the other, then that roll would be meaningless. The only thing you would ever pick is who goes first. So one of the principles in terrain setup for the Infinity rulebook is you want there to be asymmetrical terrain. There could be a terrain advantage on one side, and it means there is a reason to go and grab that side of the board. So the second bit is it gives you a guideline for a number of pieces. You want 9 big pieces of terrain, and you want 6 small pieces of terrain. So that's exactly what we did. Big piece of terrain, anything that's at least, I think it said 4x8. So we grabbed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 big pieces of terrain. Again, asymmetrically deployed across the deployment zones. And then 6 small pieces. And I considered a small piece to be anything that was at least like 3x3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's one more here for 6. Now I threw scatter terrain on top of it because it still looked really empty to me at the end of the game, or sorry, the end of the setup. And the scatter terrain just provides little bits and pieces of cover on top of or touching another existing piece that give you something you can run up to and make the corridors in between the buildings not crazy. Now the maximum range between big pieces is supposed to be 10 inches, and I did make sure that was the case. You have to be within 10 inches of another piece of terrain. Meaning that you have sort of some fire corridors. The one thing I disobeyed though, if you look at these terrain setups, is that there is straight lines of fire. Everything is at sort of straight degrees to the deployment zones. That seemed crazy to me. One of the best ways to do asymmetrical deployment and make it so that you can't shoot between deployment zones is to twist everything to 45 degrees. So I did a 45 degree tilt. The city planners decided that this game was going to be at odds with city planning. So what that means is the fire lanes don't go straight from deployment zone to deployment zone. They go at an angle. And I'd recommend that if you're going to play Infinity, you almost always give everything a 45 degree twist, because it means that you won't just have straight lines of fire between two sides. They can still be straight, but by putting that twist in the buildings, you create fire lanes that go corner to corner as opposed to straight ahead. And the deployment cells themselves, or the deployment zones themselves, are always straight ahead. So it just makes it a little bit less crazy AROE. Still obeying, though, the terrain guidelines and setup restrictions in the rulebook. So the first scenario we're playing is Annihilation. It's a 300-point game size, so it gives you actually 4 sizes to play the game at, so that's what we chose. And it is a straight-up kill-em-all game. So it's a 48-inch table surface. Deployment zones are 12 inches on, and you basically count after 3 turns how much you have killed of your enemy's stuff. So between 75 and 150 enemy army points, you get a single objective point. Between 151 and 250 army points, you get 2 objective points. And if you kill more than 250, you get 3 objective points. And then you also get objective points for how much you have left at the end of the game, so it's kind of a seesaw. If you have between 75 and 150 surviving, you get 1. Between 151 and 250 surviving, you get 2. And if you have more than 250 points of your army left, which is pretty crazy in an Infinity game, you get 3. So the possible skew here is 6 to nothing if you get all on one side and you table your opponent. The other big thing in this is what's considered killing. So anyone who's in a dead state or null at the end of the game counts as being dead. And if you haven't deployed on the game table at the end of the game, you count as being killed. So it means that you can't hold off your reserves and stuff and bring them in last minute, or not bring them on and protect your points that way. Finally, no quarter. There is no retreat. Ugh. So both sides not going into retreat for the game. Retreat is, of course, once a certain amount of your army is destroyed, you would then run away. But we're not going to count that. We're going to fight to the bitter end in this mission. So the last convention you're going to see us use here that's fairly new is this little size marker. Now we only have access to this little guy from Ice Storm right now, because again, most tokens aren't released yet. We're filming this long before N3 is coming out. And that means that the ones for guys who are bigger than man size aren't available. So you'll see I've actually plasticarded the one we got in Ice Storm and based it. And the best way to use these that I've found so far is to place them behind the model when you declare your short skill, and then actually trace the line of his movement. So if he's going to do a short skill to here, what you would do is you would take the template, you'd move it along, you'd have your opponent look down, and then that's your intent. So this is where I intend to end up. Anywhere along this point, that's where you can see me. We'll use this template to check. So it's a bit like using Proxy Base if you ever played War Machine. This is a good convention. It's going to come into the game. There will be bigger size templates like this, up to 7 for tags, that you'll be able to use in the future to declare and check line of sight. You can also put it behind a guy when he's on the table, so you can check line of sight to him in behind. So yeah, you'll see us using this during the game, and we'll try and use some conventions here where we declare our first short skill, use this template to move, check arrows, and then go and do our second short skill. So here we go, initiative roll to choose either who chooses deployment zone or who chooses first turn. So I'm going to be red, and Owen will be blue. I succeed with the 1.
I fail with a 16.
Alright, so I can choose to either be the first turn or the person gets deployment zone. So looking at the deployment zone, the high ground advantage is over here. There is certainly a nice high ground advantage sitting on this building, so I think I'm actually going to be the guy who chooses deployment zones. And I'm going to choose over here. All right, so because I got to choose deployment zone, I also get to choose deployment order. So that means I'm going to make Owen deploy first. He gets to pick one reserve miniature to put aside, and the rest of his guys are going to go 12 inches into his deployment zone. All right, so here we have a deployment. Owen deploying first. He actually deployed these guys back in here. A couple of orcs with multi-rifles and the Dr. Hospitalar. His reserve miniature was not on the field. He has 2 Fusiliers hanging out over here. And then the orc with HMG was his reserve mini up on top. For myself, I have my dog warrior over here. I have my veteran Kazakh behind this wall. 2 camo markers prone. 2 more camo markers behind this wall. Camo marker prone, camo marker prone. Camo marker prone up here, and a camo marker prone up here. This is my reserve mini going down last, which somehow split into 2 markers. So who knows how that happens, but it was 1 mini that gets to place 2 camo markers. We'll talk about that rule when we get to it. First, Owen. Of course, why wouldn't you? Alright, so 3-turn game. Owen going first. Flip an order.
First order, we're going to put this guy on suppression fire.
Alright, so it's a long skill, so what that's going to mean is his range drops, but he gets to have a burst of 3 with his HMG. So the new suppression fire, we don't use this token. We technically should have a little round token that goes next to him. And it basically makes his optimum range band 16 inches, but he keeps a burst of 3. He keeps all his other weapon stats with his HMG.
Next one's move for this orc. Move it up 2, and then 6.
Okay. We didn't check the height there because everybody on my side is prone right now that could have seen him during his move. So for his next move, we'll actually use the token if he wants to go again.
Then he is.
Okay. Let's just place the token, I guess, within 4 inches of him.
Oh, I guess 4.
Yeah. Alright, so I don't think anybody could see him between that, so there's our little counter right there. So we just slide that in between. Yeah, these guys are all prone, and this guy is too far down. Another 4 going to the door. Flip another order.
Next order, this orc troop's going to go, and he's going to be doing basically the exact same thing.
Okay, so first short skill again, everybody here prone, so not being able to see him.
Yep. And then we're going to give him another order to get him to go right into the back of this guy.
Okay, so 4-4, not being able to see anybody. Okay, here comes the doc.
He's gonna go, you have a guy on that rooftop too. There's so big empty spaces. He'll just move to there. And wait. That's it.
That's it, not bringing your lieutenant order?
Nope, not yet.
Fantastic, alright, so counting my orders, I have 9 plus my LT. Alright, so my first order, I'm flipping over. I am going to have this camo marker stand up with its first short skill and reveal itself.
I can choose to wait, right?
You could, yeah.
Or just shoot you.
Or you just shoot me.
Probably gonna do that.
Okay, so declaring his ARO. Who can see me? Probably just this orc.
Yep. He's 22, so I get to shoot you, but I'm at -6, is it?
So I'm going to surprise shot you because I have surprise shot. So I'm going to declare my arrow, which is shooting you, and I'm shooting you out of cover. Because I don't actually, I'd be a token right now when I come up. Still, because I haven't actually shot yet. I'm just doing a move skill, and I'm surprise shotting as my second skill. So that's why I just placed the miniature. So you don't have to discover me. You can just wait as I'm a token and then
that's
shoot
why
back.
I might wait. And then shoot
exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So with a surprise shot, I'm going to apply a -3 modifier to his shots back. He's over 16 inches, so he's at -3 again. I'm a camo model, so -3 on top of that, and I'm in cover, so that's another -3. So what's going to happen here is he's going to be -12, which is the max modifier for shots, which will bring his BS down to 1?
2.
2? Okay, so you need 2s or less?
Here's 1. I don't remember.
We had 13?
2. Yeah,
it's 2.
14.
Okay, 14, so 2. And I have +3 for my range for my sniper rifle and 2 shots. So you get 3 shots for your suppression fire, needing 1s and 2s. I'm going to get 2, needing 12s. So, so you're blue, so I'm going to actually pick up the right dice here.
Pano.
I'm used to being Pano. So 20 and a 2. Uh-oh. Get a 1 or a 2.
I got a 1.
You got a 1, but I
and
canceled it with my 2.
Yeah.
So you're going to hit 1 hit AP. So your armor's going to get halved, and you got cover. So that's armor 5.
Or cover. Does that go down to 2 plus 3 or
2 plus 3. Yeah, you add, you divide, then add.
So armor 5.
Your armor 5. That's right.
I don't know.
POW 15.
So I need a 10.
That's right. You need to beat 10s.
Yep.
You do with a 12, so you're good. So we're gonna flip another order here, and this camo marker is going to stand up. Your dude has line of fire over here, I believe. So we're just gonna use the marker.
Gonna wait.
Yeah, so he should have line of fire. So you're gonna wait? Okay, well I'm gonna declare some shots.
The wait is so dumb. Why is that a rule?
So his second short skill is gonna be to surprise shot you, and this is a tank hunter with a AP HMG. So once again, you'll be at a minus, well...
I said I was gonna shoot you, didn't I?
You said you're gonna shoot me, yeah.
Okay.
Because you're choosing to see what my second short skill was before you declared your discover or not.
Right.
Yeah, so you're gonna shoot me, and I have a minus a bunch to do things.
Should have dodged.
Yes, heavy infantry are very good at dodging now. So camo, cover, and surprise shot is a -9 back to whatever you're doing. I don't know what your weapon range is. And I'll see what I need to hit you. So using his burst mode for his shot back, he's at -3 for range, -3 for surprise shot, -3 for cover, and -3 for camo. So he's going to need to roll a 1 or a 2 here. He's get 1 shot, but it is shock, so go straight to dead. I'm +3, -3 for range and cover, so just straight my BS of 12. So I'm going to get an 11, which is my only hit.
If I roll a 2?
Yep, you roll 2. That's
Nope.
an 8. So that's going to be a hit on you. So it's AP, so your armor's going to get halved, but then you add cover.
So he's 5 again?
Yes, I believe. And I am POW 15, or 14, sorry.
We're good.
You beat it. So we're going to flip another one and do it again. So, I am going to declare my first short skill as shoot you. What would you like to do?
Gonna dodge.
You're going to dodge? Okay. So your physical is...
14.
Alright, I need 12s here. So I'm going to get a 10, 11, a 10, and a 5. So 4 hits, which means you need to get,
11, 12, 13?
Yes.
Yeah, 11, 12, 13, 14.
You got it.
That's
20,
not
that's
it.
a fail. You can take 4 HMG hits with a damage of 14, so -5.
So
Beat
10s.
9s. Yeah,
Or beat 9s.
A 1, 4, 4.
Nope,
You
he's
take
dead.
3 wounds and go straight to dead. So we pull him off. So we're gonna flip another round here, and we are going to put the AP HMG on suppression fire. Another order. My sniper is going to take another shot at your orc troop.
He'll shoot back.
Okay, so you get your 3 burst.
Looking for 5.
You're -9 now. Yeah, that's right. So you should need 5s. I'm going to get my burst of 2 and need 12s. So I get a 9 and a 4, which is 2 hits. You get 1, 3, but I'll cancel it with my 4.
Yep, so nothing. So you
So
get 2.
2, yeah, 2 AP rounds.
Looking for 10s again?
You are, yeah, half 15, so you have to beat 10s. 1, and you take a wound. So there's a wound on him. So I'm going to flip another order and do it again to the orc. So let's see if we can get it. Need 12s or less. There's a 10 and a 7, that's 2 hits. You get 3. So an 18, a 12, and a 7, they all
Nothing.
fail, so it's 2 more, and they're beating 10s.
Nope.
That's 5, he takes a wound. Now, this guy always is marksmanship level 1, which means all of his shots are shock, so he's going to bypass the unconscious state and go straight to dead. So we actually have to rewind the game state here, because I forgot that this guy was impetuous. So the only thing that's going to really affect it here is Senior Orc over here is going to get to make a shot at him, because he was going to use his extremely impetuous order, or his impetuous order, to jump. And super jump means that he can move both his orders put together as a long skill. He's going to try and jump up onto this building. It should be well within. Yep. So yeah, his super jump's only going to take him to here because it's 8, but which is still a fairly low bit. So I'm always going to be in the open. I'm not quite going to be within 16 during that jump because I am extremely impetuous, means I don't ever get cover bonuses. So you get your -3 rolls. So the 8 and the 7 should definitely hit. So I need to beat 13 twice here. I don't, and I don't. So I'm going to take a wound, which will transmute me, and then I'm going to go to another wound. So with his first wound, he transmutes into Giant Werewolf Man, and then the second wound will just wound him. So he is now wounded. So now game state is restored, HMG guy is gone, and that guy should be down there with a wound on him. So I'm going to flip another order now.
Now we're going to get
And now that guy's going to jump on top of a roof. So super jumping, he can move up. And he has within 12 inches, so it's 1 long skill for that movement. Can anybody see him along his move?
Nah, everybody who was outside is dead now.
Okay. So the Dog Soldier's going to super jump again, and he is going to super jump
He's gonna make it
over
there.
and down.
We're going to up in front of them.
So 3, yeah, he might just move then.
Which might be far more horrifying.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move 6 inches over to here. Any arrows? That's my first short skill.
No.
Okay. Second move order. He's gonna move to here. Any arrows?
Can we shoot him there? Lean out.
I have to lean out for you to be able to shoot me at.
No.
Okay. So I'm inside zone of control now, so he can change facing.
Well, I think you're already in our facing. So
I know, but if I jump behind you.
Back to back, boys.
That's right, there we go.
Actually, the guy inside the building is going to face out.
Okay.
And the guy facing, like, so this one's going to be
They're facing each other.
way.
They're having a conversation now in the doorway. I gotcha. So flipping another order, he's going to super jump. Actually, yeah, he's going to super jump. He's going to go 12 inches, which should put me to there. Yeah. So like that. So now you can shoot me anywhere along there, but I'm always in the open anyway. So whatever your best range is to me as I go over you.
So this guy's going to turn around.
For sure.
And the other one's going to just shoot you.
Yeah, and he's going to then flip another order and shoot you back. So the guy who could see me is going to resolve his shot as a normal roll. And I think you're with an 8, so you should get +3.
Yep.
So 17 hits me. So I have armor 3, and you're a multi-rifle, so I believe you're 13. So I need to beat a 10 here. I don't with an 8, I'm unconscious. So choosing shock ammo there, that just puts me right to dead. So expending my own order, I am now going to place my paracommando on the board edge. Right there, so it's not actually spending an order my order reserve, it's just her arriving, so she's gonna hang out right there. Setting my last normal order, I'm going to put this veteran Kazakh onto suppression fire. It's on suppression fire. And that's my turn. All right, so current game states, we've got an AP HMG here on suppression fire. We've got my veteran Kazakh on suppression fire. 2 undiscovered camo tokens here. Prone camo token here. Prone camo token here. Prone camo token up here. My AP sniper scout is up here on this wall, and my paracommando has arrived down the corner. Facing that, we've got 2 orc troops managing to defend their position against the dog soldier. We've got a pair of fusiliers hanging out here in the back. And let's see where Owen decides to put his orders during his turn 2. So we're moving the building aside here because Owen's going to be using the interior. So his first order.
First order is going to have that orc troop do a move, just to get him right to the base of the ladder.
Okay.
I believe that these buildings are less than 4 inches to go up to the next floor.
Correct.
So he can move and then shoot when we go to the next one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he's going to move. We're going to spend another order, and he's going to end up on this floor, which puts him facing right at that guy.
All right. So that's his first short skill. So I'm going to check my other arrows. Okay, so my ARO is going to be to fire at the orc troop. What is your ARO?
To fire back.
All right. So 11s against 9s here. So you get 3 at 11. And that's a crit.
Crit, so you're just dead.
Well, I'm definitely dead. And then my 9s, unless I crit 2. Nope. So I'm going to get all canceled.
And I
put my tank hunter. Yeah, it puts my tank hunter down. Pulling out the tank hunter. So your third order?
Third order. He's going to just do a move for 4, putting him into that window there.
So now I don't think I can see you there because of the buttress. I can see your gun. Let's put this in behind you and see.
I have like a 1/4 of an inch further I can go.
Yeah. Oh, I can see you now. Yep.
Yeah.
And we already checked I could see those windows.
So, yeah.
Yep. So we're good. We can see each other. So,
Pow, pow, pow.
you moved into there. I will suppression fire into you.
Yep.
So he's at +3 -6, which will put him at -3. I'm at -3 +3, so just straight rolls for me. So I'm
you're not using a machine gun.
That's right.
No, you're suppressing.
Oh, I'm at 0. That's right. So suppression fire. So yeah, it'll be straight rolls.
-3.
-3 is, I believe, a 9 for a vet, maybe a 10. So opting to use his AP shots here with his burst fire because I have shock immunity and no wind incastation, so there's no point in not using the ones that reduce my armor of 4. So you're needing 11s, I'm needing 10s. So you get 4, 3, 7. I get
18, 18, 19.
Oh, so I take 3 hits there. So having my armor down to 2 plus 3 for cover is 5. I need to beat 8s here 3 times.
Multi-rifle is a 13.
Yeah, I need to beat 8s here 3 times. So 19, 19, and 4. So I am at no wound incapacitation, which means I'm dead on my feet right now. All right.
Shoot him again.
Last order, gonna shoot him again. Sounds good. He's gonna shoot you back. So you need 11s, I need 10s. So hopefully I don't get the awful roll there. So 3.
That's it.
Let's see what I got.
This one. You don't?
Nothing. So you hit me again. So I
Okay.
gotta beat an 8. And I'm dead. And he's gone. So you have 1 order left, your lieutenant order. You gonna use it?
No, I'm actually going to use my cutter's order to reveal himself.
Okay.
He's 26 inches from your board and 17 from the left. He's right here.
He's right there?
The story is.
Okay. So now he's going to, he's basically, his first movement skill, he's not even going to do a movement skill, he's just going to shoot me. So my ARO is to shoot back with this guy right here.
Should be
I think this guy right here is going to reveal as well, because even though I'm only a thing tall, I should have line of sight to you. So I'm going to shoot back here as well.
Okay.
And that should be it. So both of these guys shooting back. He's going to reveal and shoot back. So this marker was a Spetsnaz with a AP snipe, and sorry, with a sniper rifle, and this guy is a sniper as well. That makes this go away because that was his decoy counter.
Sweet. +3.
And we should also be at +3 for sniper rifles. So you're doing your face-to-face over here. I'll be at -12.
I'm +3 minus your cover minus your whatever it is.
Yeah, I can't even hit you, so you just make normal rolls now.
Okay.
If I'm only BS12, so once my stat drops to 0, I can't do anything, which means it's no longer face-to-face. So I've got you've got on your side surprise shot, TO camo, and cover for -12. I've got on my side cover and regular camo, so -6, and you've got +3 for range.
I'm -3.
Yeah.
Which puts me down to 12s.
Oh, sorry, I'm only -9 because I have +3 for range as well.
Okay.
So I will actually be able to hit you on 3s. Yeah.
Cover.
That's with the cover.
So my TO for -6. My cover for -3. My
And surprise shot -12.
-3. Oh,
Yep.
we have +3.
And I have +3.
Yep. Cool.
Yay, math! All right, so I'm -9, so I need 1 to 3. I don't get it.
12s.
Yeah, you're at -3, so yeah, 12s.
I got none.
You got 1.
Right.
So you hit
oh
me
yeah,
once?
that's right. You needed a 9 or a 3. That's right.
So my armor of 1 goes up to 4 because of the cover, and you're a multi-HMG, it's 15.
Oh, I just rolled the wrong gun. I think I need to fix that. I thought I had a heavy machine gun.
You do. So those are shock shots, which means I have to beat an 11 here, which I don't, which means I am straight to dead. Normal rolls over here. He is not surprise shotting me, so I'm not that -3. I'm just basically the -6 for his TO camo. I get +3 for range with my sniper rifle, so I'm at -3. My BS is 12. That's going to put me down to a 9. Let's see if I get it. 18 is a miss. Lieutenant order.
Move my cutter. Take cover on this corner here. Between those 3.
Okay.
And he's going to shoot that guy who shot him.
All right, he will shoot back. So yeah.
You only got 1 wound?
Straight. I've only got 1 wound, yeah.
Shock shots again then.
Shock shots again, you got it.
Do you have the same kind of -6?
Yeah, -6.
So
you'd be at
11?
-3. 11.
Or 12, sorry. 9, 5, 1. Or 6, 5, 1.
I'm on a 9 now. I get a 20, so I miss completely, and you're gonna hit me 3 times. So I have to beat, I have cover and armor of 1, so that's gonna give me a 4. I have to beat 11s 3 times. Nope, he is exploded into many pieces. So I'm in lost lieutenant, because I have lost my lieutenant, meaning everybody's gonna be irregular this turn, so my 5 remaining orders are all regular orders. I do have my LT order, though, next turn once I've nominated a new lieutenant. So first things the first. I am going to move this marker to this corner.
I'm gonna wait.
All right, and then I'm going to surprise shot you with an adhesive launcher. Tank Hunter revealing himself and trying to adhesive the cutter. This is a long shot here. He's going to be at -9 for his dodge that he just declared because he is getting surprise shot and he is a tag, so he gets -6 automatically. So he's going to need an 8 or less. I get a single shot. I'm at +3 for range, but -6 because tag with TO camo.
-3 more for cover.
-3 more for cover, so that's why I said -6 total.
Okay.
So it's +3, -6. Or -9, so 6 total. So my BS of 12 becomes a 6. So you have an 8 or less, I have a 6 or less. It's a long shot, but I might be able to do it. I get a crit! No, I miss. And you can move your 2 inches.
I'm just gonna stand there.
You have to. You have
I
to move 2
move?
inches, yeah.
Can I move 1 inch back and 1 inch forward?
You can move... No, you have to move 2 inches to somewhere else. So you'd have to move like behind these crates.
Why do I have to move somewhere else?
Because you're dodging. You have to move during a dodge.
And then dodge back.
You can move closer to me with the dodge. No, you can't. It has to be the same direction. You have to be in a different space when you dodge. There you go. Good stuff. So actually, he can move out and move back with his dodge. He kind of like Neo's back and then goes to where he is. Because it's not like a guts test. It's just not able to be used. You can't contact the enemy with it. Otherwise, it's just like a short movement skill. This paracommando is going to just enter suppression fire. So spraying and praying with her irregular order. All right, for this irregular order, we're going to do a move. So first we're going to move 4 inches to here. Don't think anybody can see me. Nope.
No,
Okay.
no.
And then we are going to move another 4 inches to here. Just double checking my measurements here, 6 and 2 to put me there. This guy is going to use his irregular order to move 2 inches with a crawl. So that move will put him here and remain prone. This count marker is going to use its irregular order to do much the same thing and move 2 inches, remaining prone with a crawl to there. All right, so we are done. Turn 2, Ariadna. So turn 3. Pano, how many orders you got?
5 and a lieutenant order. And you've nominated a new lieutenant?
I have, yep.
Cool. Okay, first order. Going on this guy.
Great.
Doing as he do. Walking 6.
All right, I will shoot you with my adhesive launcher.
He's going to shoot you with his machine gun. Okay.
All right, so your shooting will be at -3 for cover, -3 for camo, and I will, and 0 for your weapon right now, so you'll just be at 9s, I think.
Yep.
And then I will be at +3 for range, -9 total, so -6. So I'm gonna need 6s.
Okay. I need 9s.
9s, you got it. So one
Pow, pow,
crit.
pow. And a crit, yeah.
I get 7, which is just humiliating. So I get critted, which puts me unconscious, and then I'll make
He's
some.
been dead 'cause
Well,
it's
you
shock?
shock, yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
just dead. And there's my adhesive launcher.
Okay.
Can you see him? Yeah, you should be able to see the counter at this point. So you're gonna try and make a discover roll.
You bet.
So I will just be at -3 for my cover, and I believe you are within 8. So I'm not sure if that adds to your discover. So willpower -3 because he's not quite within 8. So that's gonna be a 9. 18.
Nope.
So he's gonna fail to discover me, and you can't discover me for the rest of the turn.
He's gonna
Move.
4. I don't think anybody can see him. Yeah, because those guys are
Nope.
all prone.
That's right.
He's gonna go 4 again. There. Yep. He's just gonna
Changing his mind.
He's gonna go back
I'm
indoors.
deciding I'm gonna go hide behind this door.
Yep.
Probably a good idea.
Tag's gonna use a lieutenant order and go on suppression fire. Yeah.
Any one order left?
Got 1 order left for a little dude in here.
This guy in the window.
Yeah.
We'll just put the suppression fire next to the building, and that way we'll remember him.
Can a multi-rifle go into suppression fire?
I believe so. So everybody basically hunkering in the building at this point to protect the VPs. All right, so with 4 orders and my lieutenant order, we are going to start off by, this is my last turn anyway, dropping my lieutenant order to move this marker. 4. Can you see me yet?
Nope.
Okay, and then we're going to move 4 again. So coming out here an inch, and then 4 to there. Can you see it?
This guy in the building might be able to.
I think so. So even with line of sight, he's not going to try and discover because he doesn't want to lose his suppression fire. And he does, I think, just have line of sight to... actually, no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't anyway. So I'm going to flip another order. And this marker is going to... I'm going to use the template here. Move its first short skill, just hugging the wall, 4 inches.
So put a pseudo base there.
Well, I think the important thing is if I put this here, touching this wall, can you see it?
I think the important thing is you're still camoed, so I'm not going to shoot you.
All right, it's not bothering because I'm a marker.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 inches and 4 inches again. So 4 inches to there, and then 4 more inches will put me behind this wall. So now flipping an order, this camo marker for its first short skill is going to move 2 inches to here. What would you like to do? Wait, okay. I don't think anybody can see me actually right now, because we determined that line of sight was just here for him.
Yeah, and this guy can't see the base yet.
Yeah. So we are going to then... the question is, can my prone base see this guy?
No, that's that.
So my second short movement skill will go to here. Keep him prone. Flip my next order. This camo token is going to stand up. So would you like to make a discover with your orc?
Gonna wait.
Okay, then it's going to become a scout and shoot you. So firing Hero Jotnik into the orc troop. The orc troop's going to get to fire back. He'll be at -9 from the cover, the surprise shot, and the she's got camouflage. She'll be at +3, but -3 for his cover. And he's going to get +3 for range, I believe. Is
Nope,
that
0.
Oh, 0 because you're on HMD, you're on suppression fire, that's right.
Yep.
Is that 0 up to 16, right?
Yep.
All right. So -9. So his BS of 12 is going to go down to 3 with 3 shots.
My BS of 14.
Oh, 14 armor shooters. That's right. So yeah, you're going to go down to -9 5s. So 3 shots on 5s.
Pow, pow, pow. Gotcha.
3 shots on 12s. So there's a 10 will cancel your 4. Our 4s actually cancel each other, right?
Yeah. But the 10 gets me, so I gotta do an armor.
Yeah, and it's AP.
So his armor goes down to 2.
2 and plus 3,
5.
so 5. So it's beat a 10. 18, you do. All right, so alerting the tag as well, because he's inside zone of control.
He's gonna just turn ever so slightly.
He's gonna turn, to keep both these guys in line of sight. That makes sense. All right, so my last order. I'm gonna try for that orc troop again. I'm gonna get 2 shots on -3 plus 3, so 12s. And you're gonna get your tag now shooting as well, but he's gonna have normal rolls. So the face-to-face ones.
He's looking for 9s.
You got it. So 8s from 8s. Yeah, it's no surprise shot anymore. That's right. So 8s. You get 3 shots on 8s. I get 2 shots on 12s.
We got 2.
A 2. Okay. And I'm gonna get a 2. Then we cancel each other out.
Okay.
Nothing from the tag, and that's game. All right, so scoring the game at the end of the 3rd round, I've got about 100 points left on the board, which earns me an objective point, and I've also killed between 75 and 150 points of his guys, which gives me 1, so I'm at 2 objective points. Owen is killed between 150 and 250 points of my guys, which gives him 2 objective points right away, and he has over 150 to 250 points left, which gives him another 2 points, so he's at 4 total. Yeah, I killed between 75 and 150, so I get 1, and I have between 75 and 150 left, so I get 1. He's killed between 151 and 250, so he's got 2, and he's got between 151 and 250 left, so he's got 2 as well. Neither of us got our minor objectives. Mine was telemetry, which was going to get achieved by this guy over here, and coup de grace, but I kept shock ammoing guys to death, so there's nobody for me to melee.
Yeah, mine was the stomp a guy. I killed him with
coup de grace.
Yeah, and then the other one was the doctor one.
The doctor one, and I aced your doctor in the first turn, so that didn't help. Yeah. So there we go. There was our first N3 game of Annihilation. All right, so there you go. 300 points of Annihilation N3. So some major changes. I felt, first of all, this camo army is really gross in N2. Because every time I surprise shot you, you can't even shoot back.
I didn't really do any good shooting back this time. I mean, it's just kind of like, look, I had a chance. It didn't work.
But you can cancel my rolls. Like, even just not hitting me, but canceling some of my rolls is a big change. Whereas if I'm getting normal rolls against you, even like my 1s, 2s, and 3s and stuff's getting canceled, it's going to actually do some damage. And with 7 camo markers on the board, 7 surprise shots that were just face-to-face before that can be pretty huge. It meant that I didn't feel like I could reveal my camo tokens in one big, like, kablam, kill everything I can see, like I would have in 2nd edition Infinity. Cutter is still pretty gross. You kept him off for the first couple turns, and then you just brought him out at the end and put him on suppression fire. And he held... Actually, no, he wasn't even on suppression fire at the end, was he? He was just standing on top of a building.
No, he was suppression at the end. Right there.
No, the second
turn? No, he was just standing there.
Yeah.
He was just
He
waiting.
was just standing there doing stuff, dodging. I had my gambit with the adhesive launcher. In retrospect, if I hadn't done that, it didn't pay off, but it wouldn't have changed the victory points because he was only worth about, I think, 29 or 25 or 26 victory points. So losing him wasn't that big a deal. My veteran Kazakh lieutenant, losing him was a huge deal.
Yeah, he was probably like 50 or something points.
Well, he was 40-something points, but that put me in a regular for one turn, and then I couldn't just spam adhesive shots at you until you were either stuck or I was dead.
Yep.
And that changed things quite a bit. So, rethinking this list, I might actually take a cheerleader lieutenant instead of regular lieutenant. I would also have done my dog soldier right. We had to go and reset the game state there because I'd never actually used him before and forgot he was extremely impetuous and was going to go try and jump down the building in the first turn. He was pretty cool. I probably could have used him better, but the juicy thought of 2 orcs under 2 chain rifle templates was a little bit much for me. I really
Oh, they're templates?
Yeah, they're big tier ups.
Cool.
See what? You can dodge them or they hit you, and then you normal roll me back, which is pretty good too. So Owen hasn't played a huge amount of 2nd edition Infinity, so for him I think it was a little less trying to forget stuff and
I don't know how anything works as is.
differently.
I was like, how do I do this? Can I do that? How does the roll work here? Okay.
Invisible tag and get on top of this building and kill things.
I'm like, I've played games like this before. If I take the biggest building, I win.
That's right.
So I'm going to do it again and find out if that's how this game works. And it does.
And it does,
so,
in this case.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, so lesson learned. With this army in this case, definitely. So Owen and I are going to play some more games. We hope you enjoyed this one. Our next game is going to be called... It's Mission 2 from the book, which involves a control room.
and trying to seize crates. I think it's called Secure the Armory.
The Armory.
The Armory, just the Armory. So this uses a special rune. This is one of the only special building pieces mission in Infinity, in N3 rather. So we do require special pieces of scenery for that, and we're going to be playing with specialists and more objective points. So check that one. It's going to be in the vault. If you click the link below, you can check it out right now if you're already a vault member. If you're not already a vault member, you can sign up for a 7-day free trial. Check it out and see our N3 coverage during N3 week. That's also going to have our other Infinity games in there and all kinds of additional tips and tricks for painting by Chris and other cool stuff. If you like it after 7 days, become a full-time vault member. It supports the MiniWarGaming and work it so you can play. We'll see you next time for more Infinity N3. Until then, happy wargaming.
Sneaking suspicion that Link teams have changed.